This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, a local school needs books and you can help that school fill their library. We'll tell you about a special book drive next. Hello, and I hope everyone had a great Monday. And before we start dishing out information, I want to thank you for watching. I'm Ken Kara, and it's time for your headlines from FYI and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. Some state workers will be getting a pay raise. Governor Tom Wolf today signed an executive order that ensures that all employees under the governor's jurisdiction will be paid no less than $10.15 an hour. Today's executive order covers employees of organizations that negotiate state contracts or that lease property to the Commonwealth. Meanwhile, Governor Wolf also called on the Pennsylvania House and Senate to pass legislation that would increase the minimum wage in Pennsylvania from $7.25 an hour to $10.15 an hour. Hazleton Mayor Jeff Cassat will continue the practice of allowing certain city employees to take city-owned vehicles home. The mayor says that the practice was in place prior to his taking office, and he will continue it. Cassat says that the practice applies to the fire department, police department, and streets department for emergency situations. Those departments have the capability to shut down a road or to respond to an emergency. The vehicles are only allowed to be driven to and from work. A campaign is underway to collect books for the newest school in the Hazleton Area School District. Lisa Sugart has more on the book drive to benefit Maple Manor Elementary Middle School.
An exciting book drive is underway. It is called The Spirit of the Viking Continues, and it benefits the students at the Maple Manor Elementary Middle School. Here to tell us how you can help out so that the kids have some great books is Lainey Drobnock. She is the Executive Director of the Hazleton Area Education Foundation, kind of the nonprofit arm of the Hazleton Area School District. So, great book drive. We knew this was coming. You were here a few months ago talking about different fundraising events. So tell us about this one.
Well, we're really excited to get this book drive underway. We are partnering with PPNL and the Standard Speaker to have drop-off locations through the Hazleton area where people can drop off their new or used books. We're asking for books from 3rd through 8th grade reading level and really looking forward to getting them into the library at Maple Manor.
And people may be asking, why are you doing this book drive? Doesn't the library have books already? This is a new school that recently renovated former Bishop Hafey School, hence the Spirit of the Viking theme.
Correct.
So tell us why you need to do this in the first place.
Sure. Yes, we absolutely do have books in that library. However, being a brand new building and a new construction, we are completely starting from scratch. So to have enough books to house or to be available for all of those students, looking at about 750 plus students in that building, we could just always use more, and to have the variety available for children to select what they want to read instead of just what's there is really key, and we're excited to get those books in their hands.
All righty, so how do people donate and what do they donate?
Sure, there's 2 different ways to get involved and get books on the shelves, as I'm saying. First is you can donate a new or used book at the drop-off locations through the area. Those locations are Fairway Chevrolet, Berger Family Dealerships, Gould's SureSave, Giant, and the Laurel Mall. In addition to dropping off a book, you can, if you don't have a book at home, maybe your kids are older, you don't have those books anymore, you certainly can make a donation. Donation can be made in memory or in honor of someone, and for every book donated in memory or in honor, Sebco Books, which is our book distributor, will match that. So we're getting 2 books for the price of 1.
Wow, that's a really great deal. So that's a minimal amount, $15 to donate, and you're helping out kids in the school district with reading. If people want to know more about this, where do they go?
Sure, they can call the Hazleton Area Education Foundation, myself, at 570-459-3111, extension 3171. I've gotten some questions. I'll be more than happy to answer them, and more than happy to take those donations as well.
All right, very good. We want to make sure the Spirit of the Viking continues with this great book drive, so get your books or your donations together and help out this wonderful cause.
Thank you, Lisa. Help out if you can, and remember, every child should be able to read The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Great book. That's what I'd donate. Coming up later on FYI, see what local athletes made a huge splash at the District 2 and 11 swimming meets. Plus, Ron Marchetti is here with trivia treats. Coming up next, the amazing background story of the Skook Recovers and how the program helps those battling addiction in Schuylkill County.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
It's Monday, and we'd like to welcome you to Core Fitness, and I would like to introduce you to Sherry Kanopka.
Hi.
Sherry is not only one of our instructors, but she is a girl that's been with us since we opened the doors here at Core, and she's transitioned from one of our desk girls into an instructor. And as you can tell by her little bump, Sherry is pregnant. So that's what today's segment is going to be on. It's going to be on working out while you're pregnant and things you can do to modify and what you can do after. So, Sherry, how pregnant are you?
Almost 5 months.
5 months. And were you working out while you were pregnant and not knew it?
For the first month. We found out like fairly quickly.
Pretty quick.
So we planned it. So I was...
Okay, and so tell me how you were feeling your first trimester.
I was okay, like I wasn't too sick. I was only nauseous a few days, that was it. But I felt rather good the whole time. Still
And
feel good so far.
Knock on wood,
Knock on
excellent.
wood.
Excellent. And what were you doing as far as working out before you got pregnant?
Before I got pregnant, I was doing a lot. I was doing the bar class for power bars, circuit. I did Steph's HIIT every now and then. I did that a lot, but then like I had a schedule conflict, so I couldn't do it so much. That's like pretty much it. Like,
so Sherry teaches a power bars class here at Core, and she also teaches a circuit. And the HIIT that she was talking about is a high intensity interval training, which you would want to avoid while you're pregnant because it's just too much on you. So what have you modified since you found out and as your bump is getting a little bit bigger?
Well, my weights definitely went down. I was working with 12s and 10s, so now I'm just strictly 8 pounds that I use, and then I'll use 5 for the light weights. My squats aren't as deep as they were, and then I don't do any exercises laying on my back. I do plank every now and then, but sometimes I can't hold it as long as I used to, but my body tells me what I can and cannot do.
So those are great tips. Modifications are to lower your weight. If you were not working out previously and you would like to start to work out, it's not too late. Doctors recommend that you start at 5 minutes, see how you feel, move up to 10, 15, and then 20 minutes. So a sustained 20 minutes of cardiovascular exercise is recommended for a healthy pregnancy. Not only will it help her to keep the pounds from packing on, but it also is going to help her in delivery. It's going to keep her strength and it'll make it easier for her to bounce back as well. So have you had any adverse comments about working out while you're pregnant? Because old wives' tales say pretty much sit on the couch and do nothing.
Well, my grandmother tells me that I should watch what I'm doing and I shouldn't lift hard, heavy or anything like that. I had some people tell me that I should embrace this time and just eat as much as I want and lay down, and they never went to the gym when they were pregnant, but working out makes me feel better, so I'd prefer to do that than shove my face,
right?
Which I do sometimes.
And everything in moderation. Go at your own pace. I had 2 children that are now going to be 19 and 15, and it was a lot different. 2 different pregnancies. My daughter, I gained 60 pounds. My son, I gained 23, and a lot of that came from the first one. I did nothing, and I ate horrible foods, and the second one, I moved through my entire pregnancy, and it was a lot easier of a delivery than the first. So, what are your plans on coming back when you have the baby?
I want to come back as soon as possible. I would like to get back into the routine. I know it's going to take like a slower process, which kind of bums me out a little bit because I worked so hard over the past years, and I see myself decreasing now, but it's okay, it'll be worth it, but as long as I could get right back into it.
Yeah.
So I have motivation.
Great. So always looking forward to the next thing. The things we do today are going to make better tomorrows. So hopefully when Sherry has this little baby, we can show you another workout that she can do with the baby, and that'll be something else we can touch on. So come visit us next Monday and we'll touch on another topic.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
What do Charleston, South Carolina and Hazleton, Pennsylvania have in common other than my college roommate Jeff Bast? The answer is high temperatures in the 60s on Tuesday. Check out this forecast from the National Weather Service. Tonight will be partly cloudy. Our low will be in the mid-40s and we'll have a west wind from 3 to 7 miles per hour. Let's get to the main event though. The next couple of days, Tuesday partly sunny with a high near 62 degrees. Tuesday night partly cloudy. Our low will be 49 degrees. On Wednesday, how about this? Mostly sunny with a high near 69 degrees. degrees. A light wind 5 to 10 miles per hour in the morning. Wednesday, mostly cloudy with a low around 50. On Thursday, we do have a 40% chance of showers, but mostly cloudy with a high near 69 once again on Friday. 30% chance of showers, partly sunny with a high near 53. Friday night, we will have a 30% chance of showers, mostly cloudy, low of 37 degrees as it cools down a little bit. FYI recently introduced you to Travis Snyder and his grassroots effort known as the Skook Recovers. Tonight, Lisa Sugart has more on how it all came about.
I am pleased to welcome back Travis Snyder. He is the man who is behind the Skook Recovers, a very wonderful project that is bringing support and awareness for addiction in our area. It is a grassroots effort, and he is the project leader, but he is also a former addict. And the Skook Recovers is now helping people in their own journey. But before we get to the Skook Recovers, to that project, there was something that led to that. So tell us, I guess, how that all came about.
Well, the Skook Recovers is a direct result of my personal transformation and coming to the understanding of the importance of getting out there and inspiring people with some of the experiences that we go through in life. A part of this growth process has brought a vision and a dream to me at one point where I was wearing a feather mohawk. And at that point in my growth, I decided, you know what, I'm going to start manifesting these dreams. I'm going to make them come to life. And so I built a feather mohawk. And I wore it to a concert. At the time, I didn't really understand exactly what it was for, but as soon as I started to have interactions with people, I knew exactly what it was meant for. It was meant to make a connection, to have people come and open their minds and hearts. And in that moment, I would humbly share a positive message or give them a bit of inspiration to take with them, to take with the image of the guy with the feather mohawk, this crazy guy, but also a positive message.
So that came to you in a vision, like in a dream. You saw that, and then you decided to carry it to fruition and reality, and now that gained attention of other people. Yeah,
it started gaining attention, and I knew the part about recovery and the part of just about spiritual growth is having kind of a humble attitude. And so for me, I understand that it was something neat for people, but I didn't want it to represent something. I wanted it to represent something positive. So when you see the feather mohawk, or when you see me out there performing, or I do bodybuilding when I'm on stage, I want you to see it that it represents something good, that it represents hope. It represents overcoming things in life. And so it just became a symbol of that. And I realized how much that could actually help get this message out there, because it really, it opens people's minds up, and especially the youth, because it's like, whoa, what is that? So, yeah.
So that all then triggered what is now the Skook Recovers, because it led you down this path where this grassroots effort is now you're trying to help other people dealing with addiction.
Yeah, what it really did was that I just started to take on this sense of purpose that it was showing me. The life I was living a very aware life. I was surrounding myself with love, surrounding myself with good people. And, I was going to work every day. And I would wake up every day and I would go to work at life in all aspects. And through that process, I was able to create a couple different businesses and brands. And one happened to be screen printing. And when I got this new screen printing setup, the very first shirt that I created was the Skook Recover shirt. It was just all happening. It was all just making sense. Like, let's make a shirt. Let's make a project where we can have people come out from Schuylkill County to openly share their stories of addiction and recovery.
Well, we're going to be hearing more about those stories and that. You're going to be seeing much more of Travis. And if you would like more information, the skookrecovers.com, you can go there. You can also go to the Facebook page, The Skook Recovers, for more information. Travis will be back talking more about the program and how you can get help with your addiction.
Thanks again, Lisa. The Skook Recovers will present a community outreach event at North Schuylkill High School tomorrow from 6 to 7 p.m. and the public is invited. Right now on FYI, let's check out our green screen. The midday winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers: pick 2 00, pick 3 834, pick 4 2316, and pick 5 67710. When we come back, I'll recap the very busy sports weekend. A lot of championships handed out, and Ron Marchetti has trivia treats. We'll be right back.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
What a great weekend in the pool for our local swimmers. In fact, it was so great I only have the time to list the gold medal winners at districts, but don't worry, for full results, check out Saturday and Sunday Standard Speaker online. Marion's Katie Kurzinski won 2 gold medals, one in the 500 free and another in the 100 backstroke, and she also picked up the Dennis A. McGinley Award given to the most outstanding girl swimmer at the District 11 AA meet. At the District 2 AAA meet, Hazleton area's Morgan O'Hara won gold in the 100 backstroke. Both girls are off to states. In boys swimming, Marion's Danny Berlitz was a 2-time gold medal winner. At the District 11 meet, he won the 200 individual medley and the 500 freestyle. Hazleton area's Jorge Moncayo will join him at states after winning the 200 IM at the District 2 AAA meet. A lot happened this weekend, and I can't wrap up everything off the top of my head, so luckily there's the FYI Standard Speaker scoreboard. It was a battle in the PIAA Quad A playoffs on Friday night at Crestwood. Hazleton area, they led Neshaminy at times, but Neshaminy turned the tables in the third quarter, and while Hazleton area battled back, their season did come to an end with a loss. The Penn State Hazleton women's basketball team, they picked up a win in the consolation bracket of the United States Collegiate Athletic Association tournament. Their win over Southern Maine Community College gave them a 5th place finish at the national tournament. Kelsey Conroy, who led the Lady Bears of Monoy area with 14 points, says there were no nerves at Marts Hall this time for her team as they topped Delco Christian in the state playoffs. Next up, Monoy area will play North Penn Mansfield on Wednesday at Milton Area High School. In boys basketball, Joel Santana reined in 33 points past 1,000 career points, and the Shenandoah Valley Blue Devils, they passed St. John Newman, and they move into the next round of the Single A state playoffs. They'll play Delaware County Christian out of District 1 on Tuesday. The Monoy area boys, they lost in the first round of the state AA playoffs. How about some wrestling results? 2 Cougars are going to the state championships at Hershey. Chris Lasecki and Jimmy Hoffman. Lasecki finished 3rd at the Northeast AAA Regionals, and Hoffman was 4th. After the Southeast AA Regional meet, 3 local wrestlers qualified for states. Tamaqua Tanner McHugh, Monoy area's Nolan Fagley, and North Schuylkill's CJ Steinhilber are all off to Hershey. The Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins, they're chasing after Hershey. They took 2 of 3 over the weekend. They beat Lehigh Valley on Friday, and then they split a 2-game series with the Hershey Bears. And after all of that, the Pens are 3 points behind the Bears in the AHL Atlantic Division standings. Everyone toss on your thinking caps right now. Here's Ron Marchetti with this week's Trivia Treats.
"30 years and 1 week ago, the Hazleton High Mountaineers won their first league championship in 15 years with a 54-49 win over Nanticoke in 1986. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Trivia Treats on this March 7th. That was Hazleton's very first Wyoming Valley Conference title. Mike Joseph led the way with 24 points. 65 years ago tonight, in 1951, in the second of 4 championship fights between 2 heavyweights, Ezra Charles retained the title with the second 15-round unanimous decision over Jersey Joe Walcott in Olympia Stadium in Detroit. The champ fought Walcott in the 9th, but needed to survive Jersey Joe's pounding, including a 15th-round flurry that left Charles' face bruised and misshapen. Their first fight filled the championship vacancy, created 2 years earlier by the retirement of Joe Louis in June of 1945. Exactly 20 years ago later, 45 years ago tonight, Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier fought for the first time in 1971. These 2 undefeated heavyweight champions clashed for the richest purse in prize fighting history and the greatest anticipated and much publicized bout between the boxer and the puncher. Lived up to all the hype by showcasing 15 rounds of mutually punishing action. Smokin' Joe, who was relentless, knocked Ali down with a left hook in the final round to claim a decision and the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world at Madison Square Garden. Mother of God, what a fight that was. Also on this day, 75 years ago, in 1941, Sam Lepresti stopped 80 Boston Bruins shots on goal, setting the NHL regular season game record before he joined the U.S. Navy during World War II. While serving on board of the SS Roger B. Taney, his ship was torpedoed in the Atlantic Ocean and sunk in 1943. Lepresti was one of 29 sailors who survived 42 days lost at sea in a single lifeboat before being rescued off the coast of Brazil. And finally, on a sad note, Ed McCluskey, who played on Hazelton's 1944 basketball team, the team that lost the state championship game to Duquesne at the Penn Palestra, passed away last week. McCluskey was a starter on that team as a junior before having his best season in 1945. He was 90. Our condolences to his family and friends. See you Friday. Until then, stay loose.
Mondays can be rough, but you can end them on a high note. Seafood night at Bottlenecks. Choose from crab, clam, shrimp, and lobster specials, such as their little neck clams in garlic butter, only $1.95 a dozen, or handmade crab cake platter for only $8.95.
Hey golfers, have we got the perfect vacation spot for you? Myrtle Beach. Signature Golf Packages builds and reserves the finest and most reasonably priced Myrtle Beach vacations. From scheduling your golf tee times to making your hotel accommodations. Oceanfront to golf course villas. Mark Paston, a Hazelton native, has been doing this for 10 years. Expect excellent customer service, local knowledge of all the courses, and the best golf vacation of a lifetime. Call now to learn all of the specials that Signature Golf Packages can offer you or your group. 866-462-9885 or book now at signaturegolfpackages.com.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, Survivors After Suicide Support Group, a no-fee open grief group that welcomes survivors at any stage of their grieving process, meets the second and fourth Tuesday of the month from 6 to 7:30 at Catholic Social Services in Hazelton. Anyone in need of support after the loss of a loved one is welcome to attend. For info, call 570-455-1521. Our next announcement, the Tamako Community Arts Center will be holding 50 Things for Kids to Make and Do for Easter on Friday, March 11th from 6 to 7 p.m. The center is located at 125 Pine Street. Reservations are required, and the cost is $15 per child, $5 per additional child, and this includes activities, snacks, and drinks. For info, just call 570-668-1192. And finally, the Hazelton Art League is proud to announce that a solo exhibition by Pocono Mountain oil painter Jill Swersey will take place at the Markle Gallery from March 19th through April 10th, with an opening reception Sunday, March 20th from 3 to 5 p.m. More info, call 570-817-1075. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Michael Horwath, formerly of Eckley Miners Village. Services will be announced at a later date. James Michael Mateo, formerly of Hazelton. Services will be held Monday from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Harmon Funeral Home. James Moran of Luzerne. Masses Wednesday at 10 a.m. in the Annunciation Parish. Friends may call Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Joseph A. Moran Funeral Home. And finally tonight, in loving memory and happy birthday in heaven to Anthony Brotzman. Love from your brothers and sisters. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on News 13, you have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Justin Koval of Barnesville. Justin, if you're watching, give us a call, 570-455-7267, extension 104.
For this new week, I want everyone to reflect on Joe Madden and the Cubs' motto this upcoming season, try not to suck. Check out the article on that, pretty interesting. All right, everyone, have a good night. We'll see you again tomorrow. Take it easy.